Happy Wednesday, guys. Today, I want to encourage those of you who are going through this at the moment not to allow people to rubbish your achievements. You know, we take for granted and think that everybody in life is out here trying to achieve something when really a large percentage of people are not. A lot of people are happy in their comfort zones. A lot of people are happy staying stuck. A lot of people are toxic. And more often than not, the people that you try and avoid in real life, you will find them always online lurking to be negative, to tear down what you're doing and stuff. And I want to encourage you not to allow anybody to tear down your achievements. The other day I shared a post on my page about the fact that I'm an author of 6 books. I'm really proud of this achievement because, as many of you know if you've watched my other videos, from the age of 9 to 13, I went through childhood sexual abuse, and then for the next 22 years, I spent having to deal with the aftermath of that. I went through depression, I had nervous breakdowns, I was on medication. I have overcome a lot in my life. Glory to God, I am here now being able to achieve so many different things. It was a very long journey. I never thought that I would be an author of even one book. And the first book I ever wrote was about my story of coming through childhood sexual abuse. I only ever thought maybe that I would write this one book and that was it. And even then, when I wrote that one book, I was really surprised because it wasn't something I ever saw myself doing in life, to be an author of a book. But now, years later, I'm an author of 6 books. And on this page, I shared a picture of me with my 6 books, proud of my achievement, proud of all the books I've wrote. I'm proud of all the people that have come to me and said that my books have helped them to develop themselves and to think about things in a different way, to overcome challenges and stuff, and inspire them to, go on to do greater things. I am proud of being able to help people to do that. But then one person came on this page and, they probably were having a bad day, probably stuck in a little negative life, frustrated, can't speak to anybody about or face the person that they're frustrated with, but yet they come on my comments and say, well, are any of your books any good? And my first reaction to that was to be very annoyed. But what I do with negative comments on this page, I just delete them off, delete and block people. I ain't got time. This space is meant to be a positive space for people. What they were trying to do is try to make me feel bad about my accomplishments, try to make me doubt, the things that I have done, in the fact that I'm an author of 6 books. And I didn't even bother to respond. As I said, I just deleted and blocked that person. And this is just a side note, if you're going to come on this page and be negative and stuff, when this is meant to be a positive and encouraging space for people, your comments will not stay up on this page. But it just made me think about the times in my life as well where I've had to face people who have tried to tear down my achievements, tried to belittle them, tried to make me feel like that it's not really that important. And before, I would allow these little comments when people would try and tear down my achievements to make me second guess myself, like, in my earlier days, whether it was any good what I did or make me feel bad about what I've done and, all this type of stuff, because I didn't really have a lot of kind of strong belief in myself when I was younger, and a lot of confidence. But as I've got older, I've learned to just appreciate and love all my achievements. And it doesn't matter how insecure people feel about, what I've done, or whether negative people want to say anything. I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to achieve all that I have done in spite of how my life started out, in spite of all my challenges. And I won't allow anybody to tear down my achievements. It's really up to you whether you think my books are any good or not. It's up to the person, who's reading it, if they think my books are any good or not. But I know that the books I've wrote, I've put a great deal of work into them. I've put, poured my heart into them. I've done things to try and help and empower and encourage people through my experiences, things that I know. And I want to encourage you today not to allow people to tear down what you've done. Don't allow them to come with their negativity or their jealousy, or because sometimes when you deal with people, a lot of the time when they're coming tearing down your things, it's because they haven't achieved anything really at all. And it is usually those type of people that have the most to say. They haven't done the things that you're doing. They haven't achieved the things that you've done. They haven't even had the motivation to try, but yet they're always the first to comment, and the comments are always usually negative. Don't allow them to tear you down. Be proud of your achievements. Don't even retaliate or, get kind of your back up when they say things to you. Just make a mental note and move on, because while they're there commenting and being negative to you, you're going to continue to rise and do great and amazing things.